Hey, it's Soleil, and it's Friday. That means it's roll day, and I guess everybody's dealing with cybersecurity stuff. So hide your kids. They crowd striking people around here, and let's get to it. I actually could have closed these bad boys that have my strikes breached. I think at like 15 something earlier. It would have cost me about 5 grand. It's only a couple hours later, and MicroStrategy is up to 1669. So this is going to cost way more. Let's go ahead and get that done. And let's try not to pay full price. Thank you very much. I can't tell if that ding means it went through. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, my buying power took a hit, so it definitely went through. All right, so let's go ahead and sell covered calls for next week. And I have a decision to make whether I want to go with this chart that I covered yesterday in a video. And if my calculations are correct, it actually looked like I was able to sell Delta that's close to at the money every week for maximum effect compared to being able to buy some long calls as upside insurance. So I'm a little scared to try it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do one at the money, near at the money, and the other a little bit, how I'd normally do it. All right, so I'm gonna sell this at the money. It's like one strike above at the money, and collect 8 grand. All right. Now let's sell another one. Let's see, 10%, 1700, double at 340. So if I add 340 to this, that's around 2000 strike. The 2000 strike won't quite get me 1%, so let me slide this up to, let's do the 1950 strike. Nice round number there. Did that fill? Yep. All right, so I had to pay, what was it, 30 grand to roll. I've collected 10 in covered calls so far. Hmm. So if the point would be to add some delta positions, I don't necessarily know that I want to unload these for now, but I feel like I kind of have to because I've I've added so much risk on this 50 point, point 0.5 delta covered call. So let's take a look at the cheapest ones that are reasonable. So let's do 119 days, all the way at the top of the chart. Two of these will cost me 12. And I'll be adding 0.15 delta on each. Let's try to get filled at the mid price. Working. Come down a little bit. Excuse me, come up a little bit. Come up a little bit more. Is the price going up on me as I'm doing this? It is. There we go. Okay, got two fills. I don't really try to do timing. There's no guarantee the same thing that happens in the morning can happen in the afternoon. So like if I had tried to close this last week's 1550 strikes and then wait for the afternoon to sell covered calls, I mean the price could have gone lower. But every time the market does some shit like this, it makes me think, oh man, should I have done this? Should I have done that? All right, so let's keep it moving. I've got 8 hut shares. I went ahead and rolled this with a guy in X that we're doing some copy trading here. So this is done already. But I've got this other one that I trade with my son. So I'll be doing that later as well. What's Hut doing? Hut's 1850. Might as well just sell the. No, I'll leave them alone. I think that's part of this copy trade we're doing. All right, only thing left is Tesla. Now Tesla has earnings on 7/23. So let me close these bad boys, and I may not put positions on just in case Tesla gaps up. Sometimes I will, whoa, no, 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 not that. Oh, I forgot these are my long calls. I'm good with two of these. I'm tempted to sell them right before earnings because sometimes implied volatility will crash after earnings. But let's just take a look at Tesla's chart real quick. This chart looks awfully familiar to one that Matthew Kratter shared in his channel back when it was Trader University, and it was okay. You have a stock that's trending lower, then boom, it bottoms out, then you get a higher high and a higher low, and then it kind of trades sideways for a while, and then boom, it gaps up. This was like the signal to buy, and we hit here, and now we've had it pull back a bit. So because we do have earnings here, I think I'm not going to add any more leaps. I'll wait until after earnings to potentially add some leaps. But let's see, I can get another 100 shares, 12 grand. Let's just do that. Okay, trying to squeeze every little penny out of me. All right. I like that. So I think that's everything from the main account. Actually, ugh. I don't like my buying power getting lower again. Since I'm trading on margin, I'm tempted to yeah, I'm tempted to sell one of these to pay for that roll. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that happen. And maybe I'll buy a couple of the smaller ones. All right, try to walk this down and get as much as I possibly can here. I'm hoping after the 10-to-1 split, the liquidity on MicroStrategy will get a little better. That is one annoying thing about the options. They're not particularly liquid. This bid-ask spread is atrocious. And I keep just walking this down, trying to collect a couple $100 less each time. And they are really milking me for every dollar here. But I think that I'm chasing the price as well. So that's annoying. Crying out loud, I got to get a fill eventually, right? Okay. Good Lord. All right. Buying power is back basically where it started. Pretty close to. But I may just go ahead and grab a couple of more of the short duration ones. MicroStrategy's 3 weeks away from, no, 2 weeks away from their earnings as well. So maybe I'll wait to add any more. You know what? This was just supposed to be a scalp here too. Just gonna close this Bitcoin position. This I can't remove my Bitcoin from this exchange, so that was always just gonna be a temporary thing. So booked about 10% on that. Small amount, no biggie. All right, this is the IRA. And this will be interesting because I had the 1500 strikes here, which are completely blown out. And so I'm going to have to close this along with, well, unless I roll it. Let's see what I can do if I roll this. Why is it only giving me to 21 day? Maybe because next week there's just no way in hell I'll be able to get enough. All right, so let's roll it out to. Wait, where did it go? Hmm, that's still a pretty big debit. All right, let's handle these other things first and see what I'm going to be able to get. Might be able to get a little breathing room here if I just close all of this. What do we got? 51 extra shares. So let's just sell those 51. Maybe that'll give me enough buying power to do something here. I might, I might have to do baby steps because I did 500 give me enough to close all of these positions? No, I need 900. So I'm going to have to close like, I have to close like four of them. I can close a couple more. All right, so now I have five of these left. So that means I have six covered or 600 shares uncovered. So let's sell 600. Now I've got some buying power. All right, so now I can close all of these together. Should be able to. All in one step. Don't tell me it's working. Okay. I need fills. All right, so that gives me 12 grand to play with. So now if I try to roll this, just pull this off the real quick. I need to check the balance. All right, interesting. Oh, but this is already at 14 days. I can just let this do nothing. So maybe that was all a waste of time. Getting rid of all those riots to give myself some buying power. Because I can just, let's see. This is worth 21-ish. Which would be 1710. That means there's about $500 worth of extrinsic value in here. Yeah, not really worth it. So let's roll expirations out to 42 days, maybe. Again. Sorry, and what's this bad boy worth? This is worth 70. All right, 1% of 700 would be 7. But if I want to collect 700 a week, then I got to double it and double it again to 2,800. So that is not going to cut it. So yeah, I got to just close these and start over if I want to. Oh shit, I forgot I had these. These have appreciated a bit. All right. If I want to start this over, what did I just sell? I sold the 1100 for January 17th. All right, for me to get that back again, I need to sell off this bad boy. Let's just close all these positions. I'm just going to nuke this account and start over. Oh, God. So it's one at a time then. It's an IRA, so I don't really have to worry about taxes. All right, 90,000. January is only about 6 months away, but I can roll this up a bit. Instead of buying the 11, I can still get like 0.75 delta, 0.76 right here at the 1300. So that'll cost quite a bit less. Let's give that a shot. Did it fill? All right, cool. All right, so if I sell a covered call on this and I try to get 1%, that's going to be about 600. So let's actually try. Nah, I got to be a little bit more careful with the covered calls on this because I don't own shares. So getting a little bit more than 600. Let's do the 2,000 strike. 0.1 delta. That filled. Wonder if I could do some real degen stuff. The covered call here cost. No, 50. I think Riot hasn't pumped yet, right? Too much. Yeah, just a little bit. Is that what I just sold off? Yeah, a bunch of Riot. All right, I can get about 5% here. So how many of these can I sell? 20? 20,000? All right, that works. And then let's see what. Let's get the 120-day. Leaps. How many of these can I get? I can get one. What can I do with 3 grand? I could probably. Is this even more degen? I could get a 90-day one, right? Yep. Pay a little bit more for it. Filled. All right, with 300 bucks, I guess I can buy. What? Not 30 shares of Riot, but 25, 27. All right, there we go. I think I basically got right back into. No, I picked up a different position. I had the 1100 strike in January. Now I have the 1300 strike. So it's a little bit riskier, but it is cheaper. And I used that money to pick up out of the money stuff. All right, let's see what happens. All right, here's the joint account. So I sold these for 70 last week, and of course the price tanked. So I have a decision if I just want to roll this to the current strike or let it assign. I think I'm just going to roll it. Roll it to the 17. All right, that's everything on Tasty Trade side. Let's take a look. See. Same scenario here. Let's buy this for 200 bucks, or should I let this one get assigned? Let's just let that one get assigned. All right, I got 5 of these riot calls. I am going to go ahead and close these out. 5 contracts. I'm just going to try to hold on to these shares for a year so that they get taxed at long-term capital gains. I'm going to do not quite as much callaway value as I normally do. Okay, one fill out of 5. That's how we're going to play this. All right. Okay, I got one fill. I gotta sell four more. Okay. Not this week, next week. Don't have enough shares of Riot. Okay. What the fuck, Chuck? Oh, I got two of them off. Okay, so that's why. Three more. Not enough shares. Oh, is it still? Are the other ones still working? Oh god. Okay. Refresh. Two covered calls. I have 500 shares. I should be able to sell three. I had those working orders, so that's got to be what was stopping me. All right, cool. Monday, I'll take care of CLSK. I got a hut call. This is August 2nd. So I'm just going to sit on this, I think. So let's calculate if there's any extrinsic value in here. Take the value of the option, which is $4.03. Add it to the strike, which is 15. So that's 1903. That means there's 32 cents worth of premium in here, which is about half, less than half of what I started with. About 2 weeks to expiration. So yeah, I think I'm just going to sit on this one as well. Just let this get called away. Probably in a couple weeks. And all right, so collected what, 50 bucks times 5, so 250 bucks. My Tesla call, I had been selling those for 200, 200, 200, and now it's down to 149. But I really don't want to buy calls before earnings. So I will take that 250 bucks and I will buy fractional shares of MicroStrategy again. Good to go. That is everything on the 5K account, up about, what was that, 40%? No, 45%? Whatever. This little MSTY share is sitting here lonely. I'm waiting to see what happens. I've never really had dividend stocks before. So it's going to be interesting to see. Let's see, this was paying out. I forget when this even pays out. I wonder if I'll get a notification or something saying I got paid a dividend. Who knows? Oh, you know what? This Bitcoin is just sitting here too. I bought this at 59. Never sent 65. Okay, so I'm just going to sell this off too. 220. I would assume this will just complete. There we go. Okay. So I should have no Bitcoin position on this exchange. Cool. Let's check margin requirements. It says low risk. Margin used very little. So I'm liking that. I had used some margin back when this account was like down 2 grand. And so now that it's pumping back up, I want to start eliminating margin and really save margin for any dips. All right. I was let me just double check this again. I'm so nervous about this. This damn thing is already in the money. This is hilarious. Let me just make sure I have enough upside protection for this. I bought two 3,800 strikes here. That's 30 delta. I sold one of these, so now that's like 44 delta. I sold one, and I got paid 36 grand. So, and that was 44 delta. I can get 2/3 of that for just 12 grand. I'm gonna get two more of these. 120 days. And actually, let me just see something. Let me go to options profit calculator and figure out what this will be worth if MicroStrategy rips. MicroStrategy, or excuse me, optionsprofitcalculator.com is an excellent resource. So let's take a look. I was looking at the August, September, October, right? Okay. Didn't know that's what I was looking at. What do I want this up to? Like 4K? Oops. All right. Each one of these, if the price just decides to screw me and go to like 2 grand, each of these will appreciate 6 grand. Yeah, let's get two. Am I still trading? Still trading the other account. Partial fill. It's time for the bullshit ass partial fills. Okay, cool. Feel a little better with this. I've got about 100 delta protecting this 0.5 delta covered call here, which even on the same trading day has already gone in the money. This shit is hilarious. All right, that's it for now. Be good, Joe.